Hello and welcome to the course. I'm so glad that you've joined us this fall 2020, and I wanted to send a video to help you get started and to succeed. As you know, we are going through some very challenging times right now with COVID-19, so Atlanta Tech has created a student COVID-19 training that you will need to complete before you get started in your coursework. So basically, completion of the COVID-19 training is a requirement to avoid being a no-show. So you want to do this first thing. And you can use this video to walk you through the steps of completing that. First thing I want to point out is all the directions are also here in the announcement for you to review. But one of the things it says to do is to go into the student learning community. So let's start by going there. To get to the student learning community, you will simply go to your Blackboard homepage where all your courses are listed and scroll down until you see something called My Organizations. And you will find the student learning community under this section. Select it. Once selected, it will open right to your COVID-19 student training. You'll see that there's other things you can explore here on the left, but before you do so, go ahead and read the directions telling you that you need to complete this for a no-show requirement and select the title to enter the training. Once inside, you will see the title of the training and the date, and then you can select Start Training, and the training will open. So you'll want to go through and read all of this information, and let me scroll down to show you what it is. It contains a video, a presentation discussing Atlanta Tech's policy and procedures as it applies to COVID-19, as well as some campus guidelines, an on-campus screening questionnaire you'd have to complete if you were to come onto campus for any of your classes for any other reason, as well as our exposure guidelines. So this gets into some specific information in case of exposure on campus. Lastly, there's a document highlighting the frequently asked questions, so be sure to review that. And then once completed, you'll go in and you'll take this review question where at that point you can say, yes, I reviewed the video and documents. Be sure to check your answer as that gives you credit. And then finally, you'll finish your training. This is a really important part because, as I mentioned, you're going to need to show proof of your completion in every class to avoid being a no-show. This is how you get your proof. You will type your name into this blank space, so here is my name, and select Print Certificate. At this point, your certificate will come up, and that is wonderful. Congratulations on completing it. And you will come up to File, and come down to Print. And here's your certificate. It's going to save as a PDF, and this looks correct, so hit Save. And make sure you save it somewhere you can find it because you'll need to come back into our class to submit it for your participation credit. So I'm going to put it onto my desktop because it's easy to find things there, and select Save. Okay, now I can exit out. And just remember, you can come back to this training anytime you want. It's found in the student learning community under COVID-19 student training, and feel free to look around the learning community as needed. So now that you finished your training, come back into our class. Okay, now that you're back in our course, you will go to the course information section, and the first thing you see is the ATC COVID-19 student training with its directions. Since you've already read these directions and completed the training, all you have left to do is select the title, and this will open up the submission box. And here are the directions again. You can scroll down, and right here where it says Browse Computer, select that. Go to where you save that PDF. Here it is. And that's all you have to do. Hit Submit. And your certificate of completion has been attached and be able to give you credit for your participation. Thank you so much for taking the time to make us have a safer campus. Be sure to adhere to those guidelines and keep yourself as safe as possible. I'm looking forward to a great semester.